So if you want to become a better braaier, there's two things that I think you should do. The first thing is get a Weber, and the second thing is get to know your butcher a bit better. Let your butcher dictate to you what is available, what is really good to cook, what is seasonal, what is fresh, and build that relationship. Get your butcher to be your buddy, like I've done. So this is Andrew. Andrew is my butcher friend from Frankie, Fenner Meat Merchants, and we've been using him for all of our restaurants for some time now. So if you come to any of our restaurants, then it's Andrew's meat that's available there. So Andrew, you've got a few cuts of meat ready for us that we can look at and chop on the braai later. Can we take a look at them, please?
Absolutely, I'm going to get them for you.
Thank you. This gear is nuts.
You asked.
Yeah, I asked. So this is super interesting.
Yeah. So that's a spider steak.
Yeah.
You get one of these per hindquarter, so basically 2 per carcass,
Okay.
and that's it. The butcher steak or oyster cut, it sits inside the hip socket.
Yeah.
So it's amazing. You kind of fat side down on the grill, a minute, 2 minutes, flip it over, take it off rest. Some rosemary salt. It's amazing.
And carve against the grain.
Against the grain, yeah.
So you could
you can see the grain quite
yeah,
clearly.
it's beautiful. And what I love about it is you could really see the intermuscular fat in there as well. So it will be juicy. And I'm going to take a guess here, but is that cheaper than fillet?
Of course it is.
Is it
Of course it's cheaper than
Well,
fillet.
there you
Fillet's
go.
the most expensive thing.
Sure. So I mean, so this cut is just incredible.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Like most, I mean, in this country, I don't know where they go, but overseas there's a joke. It's the butcher's cut because they never let it go.
Sure.
While lunchtime, you go to the back quickly and cook yourself a steak. Just with even just some hot English mustard or something like that. It's beautiful.
I'm excited for that, man. That's cool. I can recognize these. So that's
Yeah,
obviously
yeah.
T-bone.
Yeah.
On the large side of the T-bone is the sirloin, and then the small side is the fillet. And T-bone is probably one of my favorite cuts of meat to eat because I'm a big sirloin fan, huge sirloin fan. And whenever I cook these guys, I start sort of on the bone, so the bone gets heat first and conducts heat all the way through the meat, and then you can close the side. So bone, and then obviously render on fat. Then I'm super stoked with it. But what a great cut to cook.
I mean, it's just a showstopper. People love T-bone. It's a powerful statement when you cook one of those guys. And I mean, I was lucky enough to go to Italy last year, and we had the Fiorentina there. I mean, they cook it blue inside. It's raw, sliced, just some olive oil and salt. That's it. It's so good.
And how many T-bones can you cook in one carcass?
So these are I mean, you can see it's the big head of the sirloin here, so of the fillet here. So that's sitting way back. I think this size you'd get about 3 out of there.
Per side.
And then 3 per side.
Okay.
And then the fillets would be a little bit smaller. So overall, probably about 6 handsome steaks.
Dude, like we went to, like when I was a kid, went to a steakhouse in Nelspruit. I think it was called Wine Steakhouse or something like that. And the guy had these legendary thick T-bones, and halfway through when you would come, I'd take the T-bone back and re-flick it for you. Like that's just
so
huge. Right? So I mean, that's an incredible cut of meat. Like I really enjoy that. Remember that one of the most expensive things we cook at home or in restaurants is good quality meat, and there's no reason to skimp. So I suggest you just come and talk to these guys. Nou gaan ons braai. Steak is probably the most luxurious thing we can cook on the braai, and what we all can do is go through the trouble of finding better steak. So make friends with your butcher, because look what I found. This is spider steak. It's a little piece of meat that comes out of the hip of the animal, and that's it. One whole cow only has these little bits of spider steak. It's incredible. You can cook it super simply. A bit of mustard and salt. Now look at this beast. This is a proper T-bone. Fat, sirloin, fillet. We're going to cook this guy low and slow. So, super fast and furious and low and slow. Let's kick off with this guy first, as it takes a bit more time to cook. Season with salt, a little bit of olive oil, black pepper, freshly ground black pepper. Same on the reverse. We're going to try and get the fat super crispy, so we're going to make little incisions into the fat, but 1.5 centimeters apart, not into the meat, just the fat. Help them render down. You also see that there's beautiful little bit of fat over here and over there, here. Are we going to trim it? No, we're not. This is the way it should be. This side of the grill is set super low, and the steak goes in, bone down first. Resting rack is going to help me out to keep it upright. So this side of the grill is like super fast for the spider steak. Now, spider steak, these are beauts, and they're going to take a mere minute or so on the grill. So, season both sides. And then simple Dijon mustard. We'll mustard the other half once it's on the grill. Check these guys. If you think of like chicken oysters, you know, this is it. A little tiny bit of meat over there. Bit of mustard, bit of salt, and that's it. Carved against the grain. Right. This T-bone is cooked from the bone up, and the bone's nice and warm. It means that the meat next to the bone, which is often ice cold in a steakhouse, is going to be nice and warm too. The fat's rendering beautifully, but it's time now to seal. So when I pop it onto the side, you're going to caramelize the meat and toast the pepper. Just listen to that fat sizzling. Exactly what I wanted to happen has happened. This meat is perfectly cooked. The fat is super crispy on the edges here. The pepper is toasted and it smells delicious. And what a combination, man. Great beef, black pepper and salt. Simple, classic and delicious. And anybody can flip and do this with a Weber grill.